this is still not connected to anything. Oh, the reason why. Okay. That's the thing. And good evening, everybody. This is another live YouTube chat for Professor Short. Say 10-20 minutes of live chat when I get anything, whether I wanted to talk in this. LP, which is school days. I'd like to say it's not a strong episode, but to be categorizing from season 1 to season between the 4 and 5. It wasn't as good, it wasn't as bad. But I'd like to say it makes you think of the message that was trying to convey here. Much more, like I said, it makes you think a lot. Only because of the new character that we have, which is Chancellor Naysayer by it made you think a lot. And to be honest, I couldn't. Well, to begin this talk, I'm just going to say that I wasn't expecting Maurice LaMarche. I was just as happy as anybody who was into the childhood in the 90s. I don't know about you guys, but on my side, a lot of those childhood memories from the 90s had to involve Maurice LaMarche, Billy West, and Paul Brolson. Ron Paulson? Well, the guy who did Yakko. I think his name is Rob Paulson. Yeah, I think. Yeah, I am sure. You guys are free to correct me whether I'm wrong with the name of Rob Paulson. I'm sorry, just forgot. The guy who did the voice of Jacko. Yeah, I am sure he did that. So, but to be on focus with this, I am happy that I got to hear that. I'm not sure if he is going to be a villain, because I think I saw another video in which it was hinted that this character, Chancellor Naysayer, is a villain or antagonist for this new season. It is yet to be seen. I mean, I am going to say he's not totally supportive of done by Twilight Sparkle, but it's not hinted whether or not he is evil. It's not hinted he's good. It's not hinted whether he's evil and going to join Tareq and Chrysalis by this point. It is not yet set in stone. So anybody who talks with the fact that they're know-it-alls and saying that he's going to be a villain in the end of the season is yet to be seen. Otherwise, zip it. I'm just going to say that. I'm sorry. But if you have proof whether or not he's going to be a villain in this end of the season, just don't talk. I'm just saying that. You don't have whether or not proof he is a villain. I'm just saying. But to begin with these thoughts of season 1 and 2 of season 8, I like to say it makes you think a lot. It makes you think because the topic about it and the moral story about it was diversity and equality and friendship for and through around Equestria in the world that we see. But the taboo topic that they went about doing it without saying the word racism was your kind. Talking, of course, racism, like I said, without talking about it. It's kind of like thanks for the memories. Instead of talking about death, they changed the word with hibernation, kind of. That's as much as the same with this one. They talked about racism. Without talking about racism, they changed the word to your kind. That within implying racism. Like I said, it did make you think. Again, going on with the subject, it's kind of like Zootopia, but in a digestible way for kids and not turning it into a Disney-ish kind of version of the topic racism in itself. I think with that in mind, I think the story and the moral behind it, it's kind of good. I'm not gonna lie. Talking about diversity, talking about equality, talking about friendships, not caring whether or not you're same as I. You can be a person with a different nationality, different race, creed, even different language barrier with you and me, but we can still be friends. That it's a good moral of the story, and that takes very good. It gets subject through. It does. Also, another topic that I'm pretty sure everybody else is going to talk is the fact whether or not Equestria within itself is going to be, is it a constitutional monarchy? Is it absolute monarchy? Does Equestria has now a chancellor of Equestria? Or does it have just a chancellor of the EEA or the EAA or the DEA? I don't know. Just confusing. But that board, I like to say the Board of Education for Equestria. That's makes it a lot more easier for me, just without pronouncing that hard acronym for that. But this Board of Education. I mean, is he superintendent, or is he just superintendent, or what? I'm pretty sure that's one of the other highly debatable talks. I am going to say it is going to be one of those talk subjects with the subject of racism and political message behind this episode. It is going to be a highly debated episode. A controversial episode within itself. I'm not gonna lie. But story-wise, it's kind of good. Makes it digestible for kids to know. It was going to happen about this political message on this. It was just a matter of when. Better off with this season, middle of it, or at the end of it. Later, much more sooner than later. Other than that, well, to begin about my 2 cents of, might have to go ahead to watch it again and again, just to get my thought in much more details and essence. Because, like I said, this episode made you think a lot. So, with that, I leave at that because the most important points that I wanted to talk about was that the matter of not whether Equestria has constitutional monarchy or has a chancellor with a naysayer, or whether or not he's a villain or not. I don't know. Highly debatable, highly not. It has yet to be proven. That's the only thing I'm going to say about it. Yeah. With that, also the fact of I don't know much else to talk about. But other than that, very good start for that episode. So with that, I'm going to leave you all. Next time in Professor Mule Talk. Mule, saying to you all from Music Story Art and Beyond, I am that crew. Saying to you all good night, good luck, and on.